The next energy war is shifting focus from solar panels to batteries, a change that every founder, investor, and policymaker should recognize. Jinko Solar, one of China's largest solar manufacturers, has indicated plans for energy storage shipments reaching 10 to 12 gigawatt-hours by 2026, more than doubling its estimated shipments for 2025. This development isn't merely about expansion, it's a clear indication that solar giants are evolving into energy storage companies. The reason for this transformation is simple: solar energy alone has its limitations. While solar generates power efficiently during the day, demand peaks in the evening. Grids require batteries to store excess solar generation for later use. The economic rationale is clear: each new gigawatt of solar power necessitates batteries to realize its entire value. However, the landscape for solar energy is changing dramatically. Global solar module prices have plummeted by nearly 70 to 80% from their peaks in 2022, placing immense pressure on profit margins. Jinko recently reported a substantial loss of approximately 6.8 billion yen, primarily due to overcapacity and these pricing struggles. In response to this crisis, the company has pivoted towards batteries as its next growth driver, forecasting energy storage to grow by an astonishing 100 to 150% annually, even as solar remains its primary source of profit for the next few years. While China's narrative captures attention, the more significant development lies in India. India has established a robust solar manufacturing base with an impressive annual module capacity of around 144 gigawatts, bolstered by aggressive production-linked incentives and swift deployment of utility-scale projects. However, a glaring gap persists. Although India excels in making solar panels, it currently lacks the capacity to produce battery cells at a comparable scale. The nation's demand for energy storage could soar from a few GWh today to over 100 gigawatt-hours annually by 2030, driven by the expansion of renewable energy sources, grid balancing needs, and the growth of electric vehicles. At present, many large battery energy storage system (BESS) projects still rely heavily on Chinese battery cells. This situation creates a cycle of dependency where Indian manufacturers transition from relying on Chinese solar panels to depending on Chinese battery cells. This shift does not equate to energy independence, it merely alters the nature of the import bill. For innovators and entrepreneurs, the real opportunity lies not in establishing another solar engineering, procurement, and construction (EPC) business, but in building a comprehensive battery ecosystem. This ecosystem will encompass cell manufacturing, battery materials, battery management system, BMS, software, power electronics, thermal management, recycling, energy optimization AI, grid software, and long-duration storage solutions. Meanwhile, for investors, the forthcoming decade will not be determined by those who generate electricity but by those who can store it effectively. The entities that excel in energy storage will possess the reins of grid flexibility, renewable energy integration, energy trading, virtual power plants, and future energy infrastructure. China foresaw this pivotal shift early on, and now India is presented with a narrow window to establish its own competitive battery value chain before the market rapidly expands. The clean energy race has now transcended beyond solar technologies, it increasingly centers around the ownership and control of batteries. As the stakes rise, the focus will be on who can innovate and dominate this critical aspect of energy storage, shaping the future landscape of energy security and sustainability.